Good morning. Oh, I was trying to race to put my ring light on then. Good morning, squad. It is me, Callum here from Kwak Talks, and you are watching Kwak TV because why watch Kwak TV when you can watch Kwak TV? And honestly, it is Monday. I am feeling it. Honestly, coffee's on the go. My drinks are on the go. I am feeling it today. Don't know about you lot. I was excited last night because I know I've got a busy week. I'm quacking, nearly said cracking, nearly messed up then. Got a quacking list for the week and for today, and I just cannot wait. I'm really, really excited. So good morning. Say good morning to me. Tell me who you are. Tell me what you do. Tell me what you're drinking. You know, it is Monday. It is week 3 of the new year. And let's be honest, like show of hands, who's messed up on the New Year's resolutions already? I didn't set any, but if I did, I probably would have given up on them by now. Because if you remember, as Mr. Robert Lee said when he came on, 92% of New Year's resolutions are given up within the first few weeks. But yes, that's right. It's 3 weeks into New Year. And have you made each one of them weeks count? I know I have. Yes, I know I've had my odd lazy day. I've had my odd lazy day. It's hard. Fair enough. I've got it a lot easier compared to a lot of other people. I'm not homeschooling and all that shit. It's credit to everyone that is. But I'm not having to. So I'm having great starts to the week. I'm having it pretty easy compared to most people. But I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. What about you lot? How are your weeks looking? Because honestly, I can imagine they are busy just like my own. Because you've got to make sure you start the new year off right. And I think most people have. Either a few people have been quite slow off the mark, which is what I've quite seen when I've been going networking and talk to business friends. Or a lot of people kind of dive straight in it. Like I was back at work on the 27th of December. I did not hesitate. And the guest I brought on today, I spent most of that Christmas period with actually because they was working as well. Because they're just a sad bastard, just like me. Sorry, a lot of people are homeschooling. So I better watch the language. Christ, got a lot of people watching this morning. Tell me who you are. Tell me what you're doing. Say good morning. And Cara is coming on in a minute. Where is Steve? We want Steve. Is doing this in the background. He'll be coming on in a minute, and I really, really can't wait to bring him on. However, if you are new to watching Kwak TV, what I do is every morning I mention a possible day of the year, because every day of the year has a theme or something interesting, and I do it for social media purposes if people are struggling a little bit for social media. And also I'm going to go through some hashtags that you can use today to make sure you can utilize that time as well. So your days of the year, today is quite an important one, and it is every year, just like most of these, but it is Martin Luther King Day. So do with that as you will. It is Martin Luther King Day. It is also Thesaurus Day. Yeah, it is Thesaurus Day. It is also Winnie the Pooh Day. There we go. And this week, it is Family Meditation Week. If I meditated with my family, we'd probably end up bottling each other. Just saying, we probably would. And actually, I know Cara's watching, and Cara probably would as well. But it is Family Meditation Week. It's Thesaurus Day, and it's Martin Luther King Day. So honestly, make sure you get them on your socials, especially Martin Luther King Day. That is a really, really good thing to post there. Your hashtags for today are as follows. We've got hashtag Monday motivation. We've got hashtag Monday thoughts, hashtag Monday morning, and is there any others? We've got also hashtag Monday in January. Oh, there's a good one. Then very obviously we've got hashtag Martin Luther King Day. So I like that, Cara. Yes, my family needs more than meditation. Mine needs an intervention. That's what man needs an intervention. But yes, so before I bring our guest on today, I really, really cannot wait. Remember that this is being shared across all platforms. This is on my Facebook page, my Facebook group, The Duck Pond. So if you are a business owner and you're not in there, check the links either above or below. And also the name is there. It's hard doing this when it's flipped. Yes, so make sure you join the Duck Pond as well for exclusive videos. And also it goes on my LinkedIn and my YouTube channel. So make sure you find it on all platforms. Or if you are watching on replay, remember to put hashtag replay in the comments. Because honestly, I just like knowing who stalks me. I really, really do. And if you do want to be on Kwak TV, it is also free. It is a platform for people to make sure that they get the marketing that everyone needs at the moment. So come on, you choose the topic of conversation, which is why I'm excited for today's. And yes, Cara, I'm also excited for Fridays because I know you are on it. That is going to be carnage. So it is really exciting. You get to choose the topic of conversation. Can be about anything you want. Anything you want. You can use it as a selling platform. You can use it to talk about your business. You can talk about anything you've got going on. You can just use it to chat general shit. I really don't mind. I can talk for England, for example, right now. However, with no further ado, I'll bring in our guest. This guest I have spent, like I said, most of the festive period with, and I spend nearly every lunchtime with them every day in the online virtual world of Zoom. But over Christmas, me and this person, and several others, we was working quite hardcore throughout it. We still had clients, we had things to do. And amongst doing this, they had kids or child in the background constantly, which we all got to know, and in his Kevin Carrot pajamas. We even found out that his son was going on a date. Honestly, he's like this in the background. Shut up. So yes, I'm really, really excited to bring this guest on. Bear with me. But good morning, Nicole, and Zoom, Cara, Zoom, good old Zoom. Anyway, like I said, with no further ado, good morning, Steve.
Morning, Callum.
How are you?
We don't mention the D word. I'm very good, thank you.
You're saying don't mention the D word to me, my love. Which word is that? Are we on about date?
No, crashing on.
Yeah, we'll move on. We'll digress.
I'm told it wasn't, and she wears her slippers on the other feet anyway, so it's all good.
Oh, Christ. How are you, my love? Are you okay?
I am good. It's Monday. Why shouldn't I be good?
Yes.
Apparently it's Blue Monday, but I'm not having any of that.
Yeah, that's why I didn't mention that one.
No, just gloss over that.
No. I ain't having Blue Monday. We don't do Blue Mondays. Honestly, we just don't. Cara is. I was give Cara coffee this morning. Look at this, like, Dick is. Who? Cara, get off the blue Smarties, my love. Get off the blue Smarties. So, Steve, just in case people don't know, who are you and what do you do?
I'm Steve, and I do as little as possible. Is that it? Okay now. Now, Steve Westrop, Essex Connect. So I dick about with all things IT, really, particularly websites and helping people to look good online.
Yes, you do, and to an extent, really, you're kind of my saving grace. If I get stuck or if I have a client that gets stuck, I send them to you because I'm like, look, what's going on? Can you help? Yeah. And you're like, yeah, of course I can. Yeah. Because that's one of the reasons you started your business, isn't it?
Absolutely, and it wasn't even planned particularly. It was just a bit of an accident. But I was working with a couple of charities back in about 12 years ago. I had to work out how old the boy was then to work that one out. And one of the things I realised is they were just being shafted left, right, and centre for all of their IT stuff.
Yeah.
And ended up, they said, well, do you want to get more involved? Can you help us with this? So I thought, don't know, but yeah, okay, let's do it anyway. And on the back of that, really, the company came around from just helping them to make better use of what they have, to find the services that they needed at the price they could afford. And that was where it all started.
I love it.
It's all kind of came about by accident. It's not as if I sat down and thought, this is the plan, this is what I'm going to do.
Yeah. No, I love it. Because as you know, I've done quite a bit of voluntary work in my past and things, and even spoken to the odd potential client or just general connection that Mr. Dominic Fenton has put me in touch with, the Activity Connector. And the one thing that they all mention about getting absolutely dicked over with, sorry to anyone with children in the background, if you do apologize. It's me, what else do you expect? So it's the website. And, I remember saying to you about one of them, and then this is how I found out how you got into it. And I was like, they get charged something like £85 an hour to update something. But, I've proven this to a couple of my clients, like how fast some tasks can be done. And it's absolutely disgusting. Fair enough. What big point out with charities? Charities do have money. That's the biggest thing to point out. Because a lot of people, go, charities have all this money, blah, blah. We know, right? We know. But that money has got to be spread out. It's got to go other places. It's not just that you think they've got all this money hoarded in the bank. Like a particular kind of charity that I won't go into because that's very political and I don't do politics. But it's kind of just sat there. And it's like, so why? We're diving straight into the topic today. I love it. So the topic for today is, what is the topic for today, Steve? Go on, you say it.
I don't know really, but it just got me thinking. That the times when I've just said yes to something and made it work afterwards.
Yeah.
And it started off there, and it's just kind of carried on.
Exactly that, and like you're saying, It's literally you said, yeah, go on. I'll give it a go, see what can happen. And you did. And, you know, when we're on our Zoom calls, you have people socially distanced, dropping off things to get fixed. You know, like, we was quite lucky just before I pressed the live button on here and kicked backstage, someone called you. You're like, I'm about to go on a live video, can't talk, bye. But it's, you know, you're in high demand because you're like me, you know, you're very no smoke and mirrors. And it's very, very important. But I digress. So saying yes to things and just kind of going, yeah, fuck it, I'll wing it. Why not? Is this the prime example for you in starting this business?
There've been several, really.
Oh, wow.
Obviously, that was a big one, because that has got me where I am today. The other thing that happened, there were a couple of weird things along the way. I got involved in a local group, local involvement network, now Health Watch. And someone said, we really need you to come and take over as the chair. I was like, no, you need someone who knows what they're doing. But no, they wanted me to do that. So I ended up heading that up locally, which led to chairing an investigation into the local hospital.
Wow.
Never felt quite so out of my depth in my life. It's like conference calls with CQC and Monitor and all these big companies that are responsible for managing hospitals. Great fun. And,
I never knew this.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever shared that in the groups we're in, actually. But yeah.
This is why I love doing this live video, right? Because I do feel like I've got a really big stick and I'm just prodding people. I'm like, tell me everything. Tell me everything.
So the big one was when I decided to really sort of go and get the business going properly, about 10, 11 years ago. Was looking for some software to manage what I was doing and keep on top of it all. Because the danger is, you know, I was juggling a couple of websites for charities as a bit of a favour at the time. It still wasn't a full-blown business. I was still trying to work out what I was able to do in a day before my health just kind of stopped me working again. And found a bit of software, started using it, got quite active on their user forums back in the day when that was a thing, before Facebook and everything else took off. And had an email from the boss out in Australia saying, you know, we're looking to hire someone in the UK. Would you be interested? I said, nah, I don't think it'll work. And he said, oh, we want someone to do like 11 till 7 every day. So, no, my son goes to bed at 7. I wouldn't see him. It's not going to work. They said, okay, what if we said 9 till 3 in a couple of hours in the evening? This is what we're going to pay you. So a couple of kind of interview questions done remotely. And woke up one morning, saw an email from him at 5 o'clock that said, start today. Here's the logins to all our systems.
Christ.
So that sort of took me out of what I was doing for a good sort of 6 years. Started off just as providing technical support for this business software. Not at all, you know, just straight in there.
That's not even a pocket. That's the ocean. That's like, start today. Here's your login details, bitch. Like, get started. And you're like,
and that was like everything, all the client data, the whole lot.
Fucking hell. So
get on with it.
On homeschooling.
And then
I've still got my swearing, but just bear me.
Swear filter.
I'll just let me. Swearing is on. It's the easiest way to put it. Swearing is on. If I've got kids in the background, I'm not sorry. Just don't let them listen to me. First of all, sorry, before we continue, let me just turn that off and click this. Facebook user, I don't know who you are. I have a feeling I know who you are, but I'm not 100% sure. So at the top of this video, click the More button, and then at the very bottom, allow StreamYard. If you can't find that, just put your name for me and just say, oh, it's me, and whatever your name is, Joe Blogs, because I like to know who's watching. But you know, that's crazy. I just want a couple of points, like you said in there, is that one of the main ones for me is you're saying, yeah, I'll give it a go. Yeah. And you went, I'll try it until I realize that my mental health and my health's kind of getting a bit fucked. You know, that's a real key thing when, you know, starting a business, being in business, you know, trying something for a new time. You've got to think about how it's going to impact you, because it's, you know, me and you are really big advocates for mental health and everything like that. And it's really important to look after that. And, you know, it's okay saying, yeah, I'll give it. That's how I started in business. You know, I kind of saw this little opportunity, bumped into the CEO of one of my main companies. I actually met him by my friend. This is saying yes to a situation. I was in one of the new bars in Hull. It's one of the, believe it or not, we have quite a nice couple. And It's he was the CEO of BioD, Lloyd Atkin. And long story short, my friend's making a cocktail and I distracted her and she knocked the cocktail all over him. And when I say, you can just tell someone's in an expensive outfit. Like, you don't know the brand, you just know it's expensive. And it goes all over. And I'm like, fuck, this is my fault. I kiss up to him. He's like, look, it's fine. Don't worry about it. I've had a few drinks. I'll complain about it tomorrow. And this bar normally, when it first opened, it's not really now, was known to having businessmen in. And he went, oh, so what do you do? I was like, oh, well, I do this at the moment, but I have always wanted to be, run my own business, etc. Then he was like, well, this is what I do. Would that tie into anything possibly? I was like, maybe. That stemmed an idea. This person massively supported me. They told me about loads of these entrepreneur courses and things to look at locally to us. And I kind of went, yeah, okay, I'll give this a go. But it took a while for me to realize how it impacted my mental health, and you've really got to think about that. You've got to. It's just one of them things.
Yeah.
But it's no, that's really cool. But getting thrown in the deep end like that, my Christ, that's mad. That's absolutely mad. But it's what would you say you learned from doing that? What did you learn from being thrown in like that and just saying, yeah, I'll give it a go?
It's just you just don't know until you try something. And that's been the kind of the key thing all the way along. I could have just stuck my heels in and said, actually, no, I'm quite happy just working at home and doing my own thing.
Yeah.
But just go with the flow and see where it leads. Sometimes it might end you down the wrong path, and you got to then stop and go back. But you're not going to know unless you try it first.
To be fair, that's that old cliche kind of say. Old cliche saying. I'm like, I might say it wrong. If everyone's going right, go left. It is. If you're like, well, everyone's going down that path with it, I'm going to try it down this one. And whenever I say that, I always imagine it like the yellow brick road. You just kind of don't know where it's got. Obviously, it's got to be the yellow brick road. It couldn't be any gayer, could it? It's I can say that it's my show. It is, and it's like, let's see where this ends up and what this does. Oh, Gary, it was you. Sorry, I just noticed. And then it's you never know where saying yes is going to lead to.
Yeah.
Depends if it's 4 a.m. in a nightclub, Gary. That's
a whole different story.
That's a complete different story for a complete different show, my love. But no, so it is really cool about saying yes, and I say it to a lot of clients, but like, this person's contacted me about doing this. I'm like, can you do it? What's going to be the outcomes of you saying yes? Yeah. Evaluate it. Well, the first one of them is you don't know because you've not done it before. But is it going to put you in debt? Is it going to cause you any physical or mental or bodily harm of any sort? Is it going to hurt anyone else? And is it illegal? Well, no. Do it then.
Give it a go. Yeah.
Give it a go. And I always make sure I cover the bit with it being illegal. And they're like, no, why would it be illegal? I'm like, I do like to ask and make sure. Just like to double check on that now. But it's no, you are completely right about saying yes to things, and I think a lot more people need to do it. And one of them is, a lot of the time for me, it's saying yes to yourself without getting real deep. And actually, with Gary Jones in the comments, if you're still watching, podcasting, a lot of people say they want to start a podcast and things like that, but they haven't done it yet. Why? Say yes to doing it. Just do it. This is where that also the other phrase is done is better than perfect comes in. And just do it. You've got, we've said, this is what the point is. Me and you have said, yeah, okay, we'll give it a go.
Yeah.
See what happens. Look where we are now.
Absolutely. There's a lot of people. It's fear of failure, isn't it? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But, they don't want to try it in case it goes wrong, but you don't know.
No.
What if you try it and it goes right?
That's the bit that scares people.
Yeah.
And that is the part that scares people, because people go, oh, well, if it says yes, I've kind of found something here, and then I've got to actually possibly do it. And it's like, yeah, you do. That is the scariest part, because you've found something. You found that actually you're not too shabby at this. Great example, actually. I'm not going to name client, but client I'm working with, said client, their social media was really, really suffering, and they was paying someone to do it. And I went, look, let me have a go at it. Stop spending money for a second. Let's trial it for a week, and let's play about with it. Because if someone else is doing it, you're not massively in control of trying different things that you want to do. Not an expert. I'm not an expert. Let's just try it. Their engagement's gone up 300%.
Brilliant.
300%. On one platform, but I said we'll do one platform at a time. So that platform, we've nailed it. We've got it. We know exactly what we're doing with that. Now we're going to try a different platform and see what works with that. And they was like, oh, so do you have social media background? Because the results you got on, no. You needed help. I didn't mind helping. I said to you, I'm not really any good at it, but we'll give it a go and see what happens. I've now discovered, to an extent, I'm not that bad at social media for giving advice and people and looking at things to do and what content you can put together. And I wouldn't have known that if I didn't say yes to helping them.
One of the issues there is you've got all these gurus that say this is how you should do it, but they only know how to do it for what they work in. Exactly. And the approach you've had to take, if that's who I think it is very different to the approach you'd use for your own business.
Yeah,
but because
completely.
you step back from it and you can look at it objectively and look at that bigger picture, you're seeing things that possibly they and the person they were paying just weren't thinking of.
Yeah, and I've seen a change in them, because they were pulling the hair out because of it, and they've kind of gone, oh, this is it. This is what works on that. And I'm like, yeah, but I didn't know it either until we did it. And it is so important. So important. Gary's saying, I love saying yes and then work out what to do afterwards. And he also loves the phrase, done is better than perfect.
Yeah.
It is, Gary. And in the form of podcasts, that is completely correct. Completely correct. But Steve, how's your year looking? We'll digress because we're getting towards the end of the live. How's your year?
New Year's resolutions, didn't have any.
Yep.
No. So figured it was safer just not to have any, then I can't not keep them. That's all good. But who knows what will happen? We'll just see what opportunities come up.
Love it. But it's you are a little gem to me. Me. You.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, you're welcome. And a particular others, Lorraine Kaplan, who is on the show in a few weeks. Me, you, Lorraine, Ben, Dom. I've had Dom on the show twice. Yeah. We really have got close over the past few weeks because all of us were still working. All of us, if you are in foreign and you are a member, we all went in the canteen and spent time together. It really has helped because now, literally Lorraine, today, I'm going to plug it for her. I've received my little rubber duck from her and a branded mug.
Yay.
How cool is that? Love it. But it's, it does work. And
no, it was great. And it was just throwing those silly ideas around over lunch and seeing where it led to. See what fits.
I got everyone to buy a squish, and if no one knows what a squish is, just look about there. That's it. That's a squish. But Steve, where can everyone find you? LinkedIn, Facebook, the whole shebang.
LinkedIn, Facebook, Steve Westrop UK on most platforms. Nice and easy. EssexConnect.com.
And if I stick this up, it's Steve Westrop from Essex Connect. So it's I like the fact S6 sounds like Essex. Love it.
Yeah. Wasn't actually planned, it's just the way it ended up.
Love it. And where do you live?
Newcastle.
Fuck off. No, it doesn't. It does live near Essex. But it's right.
Thank you. Thurrock, not Essex.
Steve, don't rush off anywhere. I'm just going to kick you backstage.
Alrighty.
And I will speak to you in a minute. Bye. Oh, that was Monsieur Steve Westrop. Honestly, he's an absolute gem. And if anyone is looking for any help with building websites or even just wants to pick someone's brain on, in particular, WordPress or anything else in that sense, he's even helped me talking about print, talking about different papers and things. And he really is a little golden nugget that everyone needs in his back pocket. I could have said golden nugget or I could have said lucky egg because, it's got no hair. But I didn't, and I'm probably going to receive some hate for that later. Yep, there's the two fingers. So, that's been me, Calvin K from Kwak Talks, and you'll be watching Kwak TV. Remember, why watch Kwak TV when you can watch Kwak TV? And tomorrow, we have got Miss, or Mrs., not sure, Katie Tyson. And a lot of you, I actually believe in this group, haven't met Katie before, and she does branding, Snowball Communications, and she does do personal branding and branding for other people. And I cannot wait to get her on. This lady is absolutely exceptional. So on that note, have a lovely day. It's Monday, start to the week, and I cannot wait to see how the rest of it goes on. See you tomorrow.